Hey Sugar Geeks, Liz here. Today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect Funfetti birthday cake. It tastes just like Funfetti from a box, like the one you remember from your childhood, but without the box. It's all coming next on the Sugar Geek Show. First thing I'm gonna do is just weigh out all of my liquid ingredients. I put my container on the scale and then press 0 so that it doesn't know that the container is there. Combine together 200 grams of warm buttermilk and 120 grams of canola oil. And then we're gonna add to that 1 teaspoon of butter extract. I know you're like, Liz, what is butter extract? Is it the extract of butter? Not really. It's kind of like banana extract. It doesn't taste like butter. It is its own flavor. And because a lot of processed baked goods have to leave out as much dairy as possible, they often use palm kernel oil or like vegetable shortening instead of butter. But you still need that butter flavor, hence the butter extract. So it gives you that nostalgic flavor of like, yes, this is Funfetti cake from my childhood because it's that fake butter flavor. The other thing we're gonna use is clear vanilla extract, which also has a very distinct kind of artificial flavor. We also used clear vanilla extract for our Oreo cake recipe and our Loft House cookie recipe. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're gonna set that aside. So I'm going to measure all of my next ingredients directly into the mixing bowl. Place 520 grams of cake flour into our mixing bowl with 600 grams of sugar, 5 teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then we're gonna add our xanthan gum and our soy lecithin. These allow the cake to absorb more moisture and create a stronger structure than you would if you left them out. Now, if you don't have these ingredients, it's okay. You can leave them out. Just remove about 100 grams of the buttermilk and you will be okay. And then we're gonna add 120 grams of unsalted butter and 120 grams of vegetable shortening. Vegetable shortening is also going to work as an emulsifier and allow us to combine more liquids into the cake recipe than you normally would be able to. Onto the mixer, and then we're gonna mix this until it has that crumbly sand texture. And once it looks like the sand mixture, we're going to mix on low while adding in 2/3 of the milk and oil mixture. And we're gonna bump that up to speed 2 on your KitchenAid mixer or speed 1 if you're using a Bosch. And we're gonna mix for 2 full minutes. This is gonna develop that texture, it's gonna aerate it, it's gonna give it that beautiful, lovely crumb. Because we're using cake flour, which has less gluten development than all-purpose flour, it's very important that you mix and give time for all of this texture to develop or your cake will collapse. But then you're like, well, why don't we just use all-purpose flour? Then you have too much gluten development and you end up with a cornbread texture. So cake flour, but more mixing. So now I'm just gonna add in the rest of my milk and my egg mixture. This will add structure, it's gonna add moistness, it's gonna add flavor, but we don't wanna over mix it because it will actually make your cake shrink and it could be potentially over mixed, which makes your cake puff up and then shrink back down. Well, that would be no good. That is not Funfetti, that is sad fetty. Okay. That looks perfect. It should kind of look like pancake batter. You want your batter to be thick enough that it's gonna suspend all of your sprinkles, but not so thick that we lose moisture. So now it's time to add in our sprinkles. What kind of sprinkles, you may ask? I compared the different types of sprinkles because I noticed when I use the non-perils, the little round sprinkles, they dissolve, like they literally just melt and disappear in the cake batter. So don't use those. I did also try confetti sprinkles, which do look really good and hold their shape, but almost too much. I ended up tasting little crunchy bits inside of my Funfetti. The best type of sprinkles to use is actually just these classic rainbow sprinkle. They melt just enough. They leave beautiful little rainbow spots all over your batter, and they're the easiest to find. I actually found these just at the grocery store. What do you guys call these types of sprinkles? I think we call these jimmies, but I think that's not technically correct anymore. In the UK, they call them hundreds of thousands, so I don't know. Sprinkles. How many sprinkles should we add? I don't know. We're going to measure with our heart. Basically, you want to add about a half cup. And you want to mix them in at the very end so that they don't dissolve. So now we're going to prepare 3 8-inch cake pans with some cake goop or homemade pan release. I have a recipe on sugargeekshow.com, and it's really easy to use. I think it works the best. Sometimes Funfetti will stick to the bottom of the pans because the sprinkles are pure sugar. So if you want some extra like precaution, you can put some parchment down there. It's not gonna hurt it. And then I'm just gonna divide the batter evenly between these 3 pans. And I'm just gonna weigh each pan just to make sure they roughly have the same amount of batter because I like all of my layers to be even. Oh, pretty close. Good job. And then we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and bake these babies from 30 to 40 minutes. Use a toothpick to check to make sure that they're fully baked. This recipe can also be made into Funfetti cupcakes, but I would recommend using about maybe half the oil because they are so moist, they do tend to shrink a little bit and pull away from the wrappers. So now that our cakes are baked, I'm going to leave them in the pan to cool for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to flip them out onto a cooling wrap and then put them in the freezer for about an hour. While your cakes are freezing, let's go ahead and make our buttercream. This is a classic American style buttercream. There's no egg whites in this one. We're gonna start off by whipping 24 ounces of unsalted room temperature butter. Room temperature means soft but not melted. And we're gonna mix that until it's nice and creamy and smooth. Then we're gonna add in our 3 teaspoons of clear vanilla extract, 3/4 of a teaspoon of butter flavoring, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix that all up, and then we're gonna start adding in our powdered sugar 1 cup at a time while you're mixing on low until it's all incorporated. Don't worry if it starts to look kind of dry, just keep mixing and it'll eventually come together. Lastly, we're going to slowly drizzle in 147 grams of heavy whipping cream and whip that all up until it's nice and light and fluffy. Oh my gosh, it tastes so good. And then I like to paddle this on low for maybe 5 minutes to just help remove some of those extra air bubbles so that it pipes on nice and smooth. Sometimes people ask me how they get their sprinkles to not run, like the color is literally dripping down the frosting. And the key to that is making sure that you're using a frosting that does not have a high amount of water content. So whipped cream, cream cheese frosting, those things are going to basically hydrate your sprinkles and then cause them to weep colorful rainbow tears down the side of your cake, which is not really the vibe that we're going for. So stick to American buttercream or meringue-based buttercreams. Once they are cooled down, you can trim the brown off of the top and the bottom and the sides if you want beautiful Pinterest layers like I do, but honestly, you don't have to trim them. If you have a big dome, yes, trim off the dome so that they lay flat, but you don't have to trim off the brown. All right, the decorating part, super easy. I'm just gonna put a couple of scoops of our delicious American buttercream on top of the first layer of cake, and I've also placed this on top of an 8-inch cake board just so that's easy to transport to and from the fridge. If you wanted to add a filling to your Funfetti cake, I would recommend something like strawberry, raspberry, anything that's kind of like fruity, because that's gonna go along with the flavor profile of Funfetti cake. And then I'm gonna smooth that out with my offset spatula, repeat with the second and the third layer, and then cover the whole thing in a very thin layer of buttercream. This is called the crumb coat. This seals in all the crumbs so that your final layer of buttercream is nice and smooth and no crumbs inside of it. Then you're gonna put that into the fridge for about 20 minutes, just until that layer of buttercream feels firm. You can put your final layer of frosting on there. This is a very great cake for a birthday cake. I mean, who doesn't want a Funfetti cake for their birthday, right? It's my husband's like classic go-to cake for his birthday. Throw some candles on there and it's a celebration. When I was growing up, we always made German chocolate cake for birthdays, which seems like very old-fashioned now. What kind of flavor of cake did you have growing up when you were celebrating your birthdays? Let me know in the comments. To put the sprinkles on our cake, I just placed all of my confetti sprinkles in a bowl on top of a sheet pan so that you can lift your cake with one hand and then apply the sprinkles with your right hand, and then all of the extra sprinkles just fall into the cake pan and they're easy to get back into the bottle. So I'm going old school cake decorating techniques with this one and doing a nice shell border. I used to work at Safeway, thank you very much. So I'm very skilled. I'm just using a 2F star tip. It's my favorite type of star tip. I think it just looks really nice. It's very easy to do. You're basically just squeezing and making little waves. Stop, squeeze, squeeze. It's so, so easy. Anybody can do it. And then I'm recreating that same shell border around the bottom. If you liked this Funfetti cake video, be sure to check out my other videos right here. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I know you want to see more videos like this one. Oh man, that is like childhood right there. Thank you, Imitation Butter. And thank you guys, bye. If you want to know more about how I create these beautiful, more liquids than you normally, our buttermilk and our canola. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can come out with a new video. You guys want to post videos? I'm out of here.